All right, everybody. It's 2 o'clock. It is about that time. So let's go ahead and get the show on the road. I want to welcome everybody to today's call. Really excited that you've all joined us. Know that everyone here is busy. You have businesses to run, you have clients to take care of. And so I'm glad that you took some time out of your busy schedules to join us. I want to introduce myself real quick. For those that don't know me, my name is Philip Lamar, and I'm one of the marketing sales directors here with Acmg. I want to introduce Acmg to those that aren't familiar with Acmg. Stands for American Central Marketing Group, and we are proud to be one of the biggest FMOs in the country. We work with thousands of agents all over the country in all 50 states. And ladies and gentlemen, our whole goal, our whole mission as a company, as an FMO, is to help you, is to serve you. And we do that and put our focus in by serving you with providing you the top carriers, top products, top technologies, and of course, the highest commission schedules available in the industry. And today's call is going to be doing exactly that. I'm really excited for you to learn about the carrier, about the products we're going to be discussing today and our speaker. But before I introduce our speaker and the products we're going to be going over, I want to introduce a couple more folks. Have on the call with us today, my good friend, the founder and CEO of Acmg is on the call with us, Rob Swander. Also have our good friend and one of the senior leadership team members of Acmg, Brenda Sparks, on the call. Welcome, Brenda. Glad you could join us today. And before we get into our speaker and I introduce him and the company that he's going to be representing, I want to bring something up that I think is a pandemic, if you will, for business owners. And I'm not talking about COVID-19. I'm talking about the struggle when it comes to finding health insurance, affordable, quality health insurance benefits for small businesses, for the gig economy, those 1099 people out there, realtors, plumbers, electricians, you name it, whoever it is. If they're a 1, 2, 3 person show, there is a pandemic when it comes to finding affordable, quality health insurance. How do you do that? You know, most people think you have to go to healthcare.gov. You have to call, Obamacare or your state marketplace. And I'm sure a lot of you have realized that the marketplace can be quite disastrous sometimes. The process of enrolling, you have to get approved through the state. You have to put in your income. You have to apply for tax credits. There's so many things that go into it, right? On top of that, if your income's too high, which we all know that a lot of small business owners or realtors, whoever it may be, they have high income, you don't get tax credits. So you have to pay a nasty, high premium, high deductibles, small HMO networks, right? It's not the best fit for individual health insurance plans. And so at Acmg, our goal is how can we help you, an insurance advisor, an insurance broker, agent, how can we help you, equip you, solve that problem for these folks? And there are some phenomenal, affordable, great coverage options and carriers out there. And that's exactly what we're going to discuss today. And on top of that, did I mention great commissions as well? Yes, it's true. You can help people save money, get good coverage, and also make a lot of money doing it. So without further ado, I want to introduce our partner, our good friend over at National General, Phil. Phil is going to do our presentation. He's going to head this up. And so without further ado, Phil, thanks for joining us. Thanks for taking time and to work with some of our team here at Acmg. So go ahead and take it away, my friend.
Thanks, Phil. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir. We can hear you just fine.
Awesome. Welcome, everybody. I wanted to thank Phil and Rob for setting this up, and just to thank the agents again for being on the call. You've got a good crew of people here today, and today is the day to get your questions about National General answered. Today's the day to learn about the circles of protection that we offer customers to not only help them save money, but to cover their out-of-pocket so they can actually afford to use their health insurance plan. So those are all the things that we do. I have a fancy title here at National General, but at the end of the day, I'm your sales rep. I'm here to help you produce business and help you help your customers. So with that said, Phil, I'm going to share my screen here. Just let me know when you can see it. Can
You can
see
see it,
this?
Phil. You're
Okay,
good to
great.
go.
Okay, great. Don't be scared of the this PowerPoint. It's not a long one, but I think it's important to show some of these things. So thanks for being here. Here we go. So whoops, going too fast. Okay. So for those of you who aren't familiar with National General, we're an A+ rated company. We just got acquired by Allstate a little over a year ago. And some of our roots are in the auto insurance space. Some of you may be old enough to remember GMAC insurance. That's part of our history. But what we really have to offer is at the bottom of this list here, which is a high use of technology and ease of doing business with us. So historically, our primary product has been short-term medical. The real key in our short-term medical product is the network. The network is the Aetna Open Choice PPO. It's turned on nationally for service. So if your customer bought a plan in Ohio and they, God forbid, they get something terribly wrong with them and they need to go to MD Anderson in Texas to get cancer treatment, that is part of the network, as well as Sloan Kettering and some of our nation's best hospitals. We're one of the few carriers that'll do or offer child-only coverage. I think what else is important to note is that we do not require Social Security number for any of the products that we sell. So what that means is that if you have somebody who's a student or an inbound foreigner that aren't from here, but they're here legally, we can write all those folks. And for those of you who are familiar with the student and travel medical market, a short-term medical plan is always going to be richer than those type of plans. And we also offer list bill for all of our products with a minimum of 2 people. So if you're unfamiliar with list bill is when you have a employer group, an association, an affinity group that wants to offer one of our plans or more than one of our plans. With a minimum of 2 people, we can initiate that. And instead of using a credit card or a checking account to initiate the payment, you do have to set it up front. You can enroll people as a list bill, and they get added to the, pretend it's an employer group, that person gets added to the list bill that's sent to the employer every month via email. We also lease the Cigna network for a short-term medical. So in most states, you folks have a choice of either networks. We're one of the few companies that still offers 100% co-insurance. Makes it easy, so you don't have to explain what co-insurance is to your customer. And it'll make more sense, I think, when we see it. I'm going to run some quotes before we're finished. We also have a product called National General Access. Access is a fixed benefit indemnity plan. For those of you who are familiar with these type of plans, or if you're not, this is a permanent health insurance plan that can cover your customer to age 64. The rates never change. I mean, we reserve the rights to raise the rate, but we never have. So, and it has a 0 deductible. But we'll look at this a little closer in a little bit here. The access does allow your customer to use any doctor, any hospital, or the First Health Network. It's really their choice. And I think this is a big part of one of the products that we use to create the circle of protection for the customer. We also have a no waiting period dental vision plan for under 65 folks. Again, it's an Aetna network. The network, hopefully you can see my cursor. Don't take my word for it that it's a great dental network. Check it out for yourself. The website, you can see it here, mynatgen.com/Aetna Dental PPO. The best part about it is this no waiting period. The second best part is it's national network. And in 30 years in the business, I've never seen a better dental plan. But please judge for yourself when we get to that part and we do a little more investigating of the plan. We'll have many accident plans. This one is called the Plan Enhancer. Plan Enhancer is pretty cool because, as you can see here, it has a lump sum benefit for accident that can range from $2,500 all the way up to $17,500 per accident. And in most states, it also has a sickness, hospitalization, and a cancer, heart, stroke rider. Both the accident and the cancer, heart, stroke are guarantee issue. The sickness, hospitalization does require the customer to answer 3 health history questions. We'll have another accident plan called TrioMed. TrioMed is guarantee issue accident and critical illness. I like the product so much, I own it myself. We offer hospital expense protection. This helps your customer be able to afford to use their plan, whether it's our short-term plan, whether it's a religious sharing plan, or it's an Affordable Care Act plan. Hospital expense protection is underwritten. And with a couple of health questions, if your customer can qualify for short-term medical, they could certainly qualify for the hospital expense protection. In most states, we offer cancer, heart, and stroke. Cancer, heart, and stroke is medically underwritten, and this is going to provide value to your customer in lump sum cash upon diagnosis, not treatment. And God forbid your customer is diagnosed with cancer, heart, or stroke, National General is going to push across the table the amounts of money that you see here from $25,000 to $75,000. We also offer critical illness, very similar to cancer, heart, and stroke. The issue ages are 18 to 59, and benefits go up to $100,000. This product does come with a 10-year term life insurance benefit, and it does allow your customer to use any doc, any hospital. Oh, by the way, if you have questions as we're going through, please chat them out, and then hopefully Phil will we'll pause here and there and take a look at it, because like I mentioned earlier, today's a day to get your National General questions answered and get real comfortable with what we have. We also offer inexpensive term life insurance. The benefit to you folks is that there is no blood, no urine. You answer no to the health history questions, we issue the policy. It's not something you want to quit your day job to sell, but when you're in our system, helping a customer with short-term or dental or one of our other products, and you find out, hey, these people have young children, they have an unfunded college education, and they could sure use some life insurance. So we make it easy to add this. And as you can see here, it's approved in 47 states and the District of Columbia. We also have senior products. So for those of you who aren't doing senior products today, maybe you're like me and you have some head trash around not wanting to do it based on what have you. I know that I personally avoided selling Medicare and working in the senior market for years. And I got to tell you, if you're not in this market now, you're working too hard with the products that you're selling today. We help people learn Medicare that just got their license yesterday. So if you need help, reach out to Phil, Rob, or myself, and we can hold your hand and show you how to be successful in the senior space. So when I say senior space, I'm talking about Medicare Supplement. So National General offers Medicare Supplement. We've been on the street with the product for 5 years. But the most amazing part about what we have are all the discounts that you see here. If you're a Med Supp seller, I'm telling you right now, the third bullet down where it says annual pay discount of 10%, that is virtually unheard of. And you can see we have a roommate discount in most states. So roommate simply means the applicant lives with someone over age 50 who is not enrolling. And we rip 7% off the rate. If both apply, we offer 10% discount. Even if one of the people gets declined, we still give 10% discount to the remaining spouse. And we also do activity tracker. So if your customer is willing to connect their Fitbit, their Apple Watch, or their iPhone or Android device to our system, we lop off another 5%. So basically, these discounts give you folks the ability to pull these levers and jimmy down the rate. And it's new. This is available in most states. The states that don't have it are getting rolled out. July 1st for August 1st effective dates. So we have an easy online app. It's live underwriting in the app. So if your customer, will use Eliquis as an example, if your customer's taking Eliquis and you type in Eliquis, it's going to say real quick, hey, not eligible. So you're not going to waste a lot of time. We did just recently move up the commissions on it. You'd have to check with Acmg, Phil or Rob to get the details on that. But we also offer instant decision and instant ID cards. And what I forgot to mention here is the electronic signature is passphrase. So instead of sending your customer an email to do the verification, you simply ask your customer, what's your mother's maiden name? And there's no emails going back and forth, and it's a quick app. So I think we have a lot to offer there. A little more detail coming soon. Okay, so here's a national map. Basically, we're in every state for the Med Sup except for New England and Washington State. Green states already have varying degrees of these discounts. The blue states are the ones that are coming in for August 1st effective dates. So our second senior product is a dental vision hearing plan that's no waiting period. Again, it's the Aetna network. What's super cool about the senior version is the issue ages are 55 to 100, as you can see there. The richest plan covers implants and dentures. So that's something that they tell me the old folks like, and we have it. So it's no waiting period. It's again, it's one of those products. I've never seen a product this rich. We take a closer look at it soon. This is my team. So we're at the end of the PowerPoint here. This team has close to 100 years of combined experience in the health insurance space. Hopefully we've got what it takes to give you good guidance when you need help. So let's transition out of this. Hang on a second. There we go. All right, close this. All right, I'm going to go here. Okay, so this is our under 65 quoting website. We're going to be looking at some plans in Florida today. Hopefully you can see this screen.
We can see the screen, Phil.
Okay, good. Hopefully it's not too small, I think is what I meant. And I'm not sure how to blow it up.
Looks good on our end. At least it looks
Okay.
good on my end.
All right, I'll give you a little bit of, boost it up a little bit. So this is our quoting engine for under 65. A couple things to point out. Number one is we offer next day effective dates. So I can quote today for the 29th of April, or I can push it out up to 45 days. During the ACA open enrollment, we'll actually allow you to push it out 90 days into the future. And for those of you who do a lot of over the phone selling, we actually have the ability to delay first payment for our under 65 products. So when you're enrolling during open enrollment, your customer's not paying two carriers in the same month. So we're going to go ahead and roll forward here with a female who is 44 years old. And we do, if you're quoting short-term medical, we do knock a few dollars off if they've had prior medical coverage. So I'll go ahead and say yes. Uh-oh, that was the date of birth. All right. It's going to take a second to load. I'm not sure why. Not sure what's going on here. Hang on a second. Let me do this again.
Yeah, you might need to refresh it.
Let's sit in. You folks are so patient. Thank you so much. Let's hope this works. I have to see these wonderful packages that we have. Let's see. Oh my God, if this doesn't work. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, we're going to come back to this, folks. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on. So I'll check my internet. Oh gosh. All right. Hang on a second.
Well, maybe just try to refresh it.
I'm just switching my network here. I'm so sorry, folks. Oh, there we go. Okay, it worked. Whew. All right. When you first put in the demographic data, it is going to bring you to this page. This is a package page where we have some prepackaged plans that create a good circle of protection for the customer. What's important to note on this page is simply that if you click this customize button, you can create your own package. Like, so if you like to step out with a particular plan or a series of benefits, you would click customize and you can create these packages. This one in particular, we might as well just spend 2 seconds to look at it. So this one has our fixed indemnity. It also has a short-term medical with a $25,000 deductible. So the concept here is that the fixed indemnity spits up cash to help the customer pay their $25,000 deductible on the short-term medical. Also comes with a $10,000 accident benefit with an equal amount of critical illness, a cancer, heart, stroke benefit, another accident plan, which you can't actually do, and a dental plan. And if you look over to the right here in this box, you can see that the premium for this whole package for this person is the amount that you see there. That's a pretty rich package, but I got to tell you, this is the Cadillac. This person is driving down the street going, I'm protected. But for the most part, what you're going to want to do is click see all plans, and then we'll make a customized package for this fictitious female who is 44, if the screen works. There we go. Okay, great. I was getting scared there. It wasn't going to work. All right, so as you see at the top here, we have these blue tabs that pretty much go over the products that I mentioned earlier. The default tab is short-term medical. So as I begin to scroll down here, you'll see the plans. The plan is on the left in blue. So this first particular plan is a $2,500 deductible 50/50 coinsurance. And you'll see here on the right-hand side, there's a low number, which is the preferred rate, or a more expensive rate, which is the standard rate. So I'm going to show you how that works in a minute. But essentially, you have many deductible and coinsurance choices. The ones that I like the best, I mentioned earlier, is I like the $2,500 deductible 100% plan. It works just like your auto insurance, Mr. Miss Customer. You hit your deductible, you're done. The insurance company pays 100% for the balance of the contract year based on covered charges. We'll also have a 5,000 deductible 100%. And then we do have plans that have copays to the doctor, and so the copay plans have a $40 primary, $60 specialist copay, and a real $10 generic copay for prescriptions. We're the only quality carrier in the United States of America that has a guarantee issue short term. So if you have a customer who wakes up in July and they have got diabetes and they have no health insurance and they haven't had a life event, but they want health insurance, we offer the guarantee issue. Guarantee issue does not mean we cover pre-existing conditions. It just means we're not going to ask any questions for the customer to come in the door. And as you can see, consequently, the price is a little higher. Okay, so it's quite a variety of plans. It's probably worthwhile to open up the brochure real quick. Get to the brochure. Okay, well, this is what I wanted to show you. Let me blow this up a bit so you can see it. So we basically have fancy names for these plans, but essentially it's low, medium, and high. Okay. The low plan, I'm not a fan of because it's got a $250,000 maximum and a $15,000 outpatient limit. But what I love and where I think the smartest money is here in the middle with the enhanced PPO. You can have all these different combinations. Don't be afraid of the 50-50 coinsurance. It's the same out of pocket as the 80-20. But God forbid your customer gets hit by a Mack truck, your out of pocket's exactly the same, assuming it's not covered under auto insurance. The out of pocket's the same. So it doesn't matter on a large claim whether you're taking 50-50 or 80-20. These plans have $1 million maximum. And then we also have the copay enhanced here on the right. It's got those copays I mentioned earlier and a real true $10 generic drug card. The $10 generic drug card actually covers pre-existing conditions. It's an unusual part of our plans. So it's not uncommon for folks like yourselves to bring somebody in the front door that has hypertension or cholesterol. If in the past, if you were not buying this copay plan, you'd be telling your customer, hey, National General is going to cover you for everything except for the hypertension and cholesterol. For those conditions, you'd be paying for your own medication, and for your 1 or 2 or 3 follow-ups a year with your doctor, you'll also be paying for them. If your customer takes the copay option, as long as it's a covered medical charge, we will allow that customer to enjoy a $10 generic only copay, even though the condition's pre-existing. The other thing that's important to note is in order for the drug part to be covered, the medical charge has to be a covered medical charge. So conversely, if they come in the door with taking a mental nervous drug, we don't cover mental nervous in the short term. So they would not enjoy the $10 generic copay. What else is important to note here is at the bottom, the first dollar benefit that we have on all of our plans is this $50 urgent care copay. So the $50 is the fee to walk in the door and get diagnosed. If your customer is getting other things done like x-ray or lab work or MRI or CAT scan, those charges go to the selected coinsurance. So if you're interviewing a prospect and they tell you, I got my kids at the urgent care twice a week due to sports injuries, you may want to consider putting them on a 100% coinsurance plan. And that way they walk in the door, whatever they're getting done is covered at the just the $50 copay. So I hope that makes sense to you. All right, so let me get out of that and go back where we were. Okay, here's where we were. So we also offer multi-year guarantees on our short term. So here in the middle of this box is short-term term length up to. The default's 12 months, but obviously you can dial it back or you can dial it up and do 2 12-month terms. If you choose 2 12-month terms, we pay full commission just like we would on any of these other options. In addition to that, if you do 12 months with renewal available and you move over to the right, you have these options here. You have one renewal, which means your customer is getting 2 years worth of coverage, but they don't know what the second year premium is going to be. Or if you, whoops, I didn't mean to hit that button. If you pick one renewal, why did I do that? One renewal with fixed premium means your customer is going to get a 2-year policy, but they're going to know what the rate is for both years because each month of those 2 years is the same rate. So forth and so on, all the way up to 2 renewals with fixed premium means you're locking your customer in for 3 years and they know what their rate's going to be because it's going to be the same every month for 3 years. So we're one of the few companies that'll do that. We also, why do I keep doing that? I'm so sorry. I'm not going to do that anymore. We also have the ability to rip 20% off the rate if your customer is willing to pay an annual premium. The annual premium, you'd move over to the left and you would select single pay. We only offer single pay up to 12 months, but at the end of the day, it's ripping 20% off of the rate. Another way to save 20% is through the preferred rate. So if I click preferred, it's going to bring up this dialog box. It's going to tell you what the criteria, these aren't the health history questions. This is just a criteria for preferred. So no tobacco or nicotine. Well, you folks can read. I'll leave it up for a second and let you read. And it has at the bottom, sometimes people miss this, the bottom has a separate build chart for preferred. Our standard cutoffs are 300 pounds for a male and 250 pounds for a female. If you believe your customer meets this criteria, then you would go up here. You would click prior coverage, yes, and preferred premium, yes, and click update. And then everything you're going to see once this refreshes is you'll just see one rate here. Another trick is if you click on the rate, it'll actually pull up a dialog box and it will show you all the derivatives of lock-in periods for the renewals. So this would be a 12-month policy. This would be a 24-month policy with fixed premium, and then this would be a 3-year policy. So if you're trying to bridge somebody to Medicare, short-term with 2 renewals, fixed premium, they're going to know exactly what their premium is all the way up, leading up to the turning 65. And I'll go ahead and just take one of these plans and throw it in the cart. So we'll do the 5,000, 100%. Then you'll see the cart appears here on the right-hand side of the screen. And we'll put a few other things in the cart. So we have another tab here called Health on Exchange. Health on Exchange is for those of you who are already certified to sell Affordable Care Act plans. And the reason that we make this, and this is free, there's no cost to do this, it is a direct enrollment with the government site. So there's no redirect. You can do you have the ability here in this gray box to do an estimated subsidy amount for your customer. And then if you choose to, and the reason that we make this available is you can pick one of these Affordable Care Act plans, put it in the cart, and then add some of our supplemental products to go with it. So if you're not certified to sell an ACA plan, you can still use this when you're conversing with your customer, because this is sorted based on price. So this particular bronze plan here from Aetna, this is the cheapest plan money can buy in this zip code in Florida. And we can use this to, and if any of you do sell Affordable Care Act plans, you know that the bronze plan, typically, you've got to hit this $8,700 out of pocket for most items before the plan starts to pay anything. Not all items, but most items. Okay, so if I was interviewing this young lady here, hey, you can buy this ACA plan for $400 with this big whopping deductible, or and a local network, right? Or you can consider our short-term medical plan, which is a nationwide network with a lower out-of-pocket. I think you folks get what I'm saying. All right, and remember, this rate's higher because we've elected this is a 3-year policy. Okay, so there's a couple of things that an ACA plan can never do. They're never going to be able to tell you what next year's premium is going to be. Next year's out-of-pocket will always be higher than this year, and most years the network gets now narrower from year to year. So less providers, not more, whereas we have a nationwide network. I think you get what I'm saying. All right. We'll also have a dental tab. We have many different types of dental plans. If your customer has a hotshot dentist in a place where dentists don't join networks because they don't need to, this plan will pay your customer cash to go see that dentist. The plan I mentioned earlier is the Select Dental. The Select Dental has no waiting period. And I actually want to I have a brochure here I wanted to show you. Let me get this out of the way here. There it goes. Okay. Dental Select. So this is the grid that's in the brochure. I just figured I'd pull this up real quick. So take a look at this. So this is no waiting period. So if I buy the richest plan, which is here on the right, in the first year, I'm getting 60% for basic. I'm getting 25% for major. This richest plan includes orthodontics for children, but take a look at the maximum. The maximum starts at $2,000. In the second year, it goes to $2,500. And by the third year, your customer has a $3,000 maximum on their dental insurance. Is very, very strong. The this also comes for the, our under 65 plan comes with a vision benefit. The vision, so this is the network lookup for the dental, mynatgen.com/dental PPO. But the vision benefit includes every major chain, including Sam's Club and Walmart. If you're not familiar with Avisus, the network is through Avisus. Avisus is owned by Guardian Life Insurance Company. So super high quality company. And somewhere in the brochure is a lookup for the vision piece as well. So as I mentioned earlier, this is the richest under 65 dental plan I've seen in my time in the business, and it's no waiting period. Okay, I'm not going to harp on you. I think you get my point. Let me go where I need to go here. Okay, so that's the select dental, and you can select vision. If I took the richest plan is called Prime. The richest plan is $39 a month, folks. If you're a dental seller, $39 for a maximum that rises to $3,000 in year 3 is pretty strong. We also offer, and you're going to be careful here, this one also says select, but it does have a waiting period. This plan is called, as you read here, Select Dental Copay. So what's cool about the Select Dental Copay is it provides certainty to your customer. They either pay a $50 copay for inexpensive dental treatments or $250 for an expensive dental treatment. So what this does is this takes the guesswork out of what your dental plan is going to pay. If you think about it for a moment, if I told you you need a root canal tomorrow, well, first of all, I'm sorry you need a root canal, but number two, you wouldn't have any idea what's coming out of your pocket for that root canal. So sorry. You wouldn't know what's coming out of your pocket on the root canal. But if your customer had this select dental, they know, it's an expensive procedure. $250 is what's coming out of their pocket. What else is cool about select dental? It's a $3,000 max from day one. The downside, it has a 6-month wait for major. So if you have customers that can wait the 6 months, they're going to have dental treatment certainty is what that plan does. Okay, you're all dental experts now. No waiting period. When I click on the fixed indemnity tab, the fixed indemnity tab is going to be our limited benefit medical plan, also known as fixed indemnity, has a variety of different options. The ones that are most important is it has a guarantee issue option. And you can see, now this is a very simplified grid. It doesn't give you all the benefits that are available, but as you can see here, it gives cash for office visits. It gives cash for ICU, ambulance, surgery. For those of you who are in this market, what's important to note is we give a flat amount for surgery. We provide an extra benefit for assistant surgeon, and we provide an extra benefit for anesthesiologist. It's a flat benefit, folks. It's not like some of our competitors where they have a mysterious surgical schedule that you never get to see. This is straight up. Okay, so for this girl here, I'm going to recommend that she take this access value plan to lay underneath of her health insurance. Yes, it's jacking the rate up, but remember, it's a 3-year guarantee on the rate. And then we have the guarantee issue, we have the value, and then as you see the rate goes up, we have pretty strong benefits that go up to $4,000 or even $6,000 a day for hospital. When I scroll down a little bit further, we also offer a hospital expense protection I mentioned earlier. This is going to give your customer a lump sum of cash once per year if they're sick or hurt and they're hospitalized, in addition to the lump sum, which is up to $5,000, depending on which plan that you pick. They also get $150 a day for the first 31 days that they're in the hospital. What's unique about this plan, I've never seen another carrier offer it. It comes with a $25,000 air ambulance benefit. Now, the air ambulance isn't so important if you're in a highly metropolitan area, but if you live out in the country, or you live in the woods, or your nearest neighbor is 5 miles away, $25,000 air ambulance can be important. Okay, the rates are pretty good. I'm not going to add this one to the package because this young lady already has a super gap product laying underneath the health insurance, so we won't add this. When I click on the accident tab, we have so many accident tabs. Accident plans. I'm just going to focus on the ones that I think are most important. So I'm going to skip this one called Acmg. You can read about this on your own someday. What I like is, well, I don't love this one, but what I like about it is this accident fixed benefit covers on and off the job 24 hours a day. It's a fixed benefit. It kind of looks like an Aflac type of plan. This is good for somebody you might run into that maybe doesn't have primary health insurance. Their occupation is somewhat dangerous, like they're on a roof swinging a hammer all day, and they're a knucklehead. They don't have any kind of coverage at all. For 29 bucks, if you fall off that roof, sir or ma'am, you'll have some coverage, which is certainly better than nothing. But what I love is the plan enhancer. Okay, so the plan enhancer is lump sum accident. It has a decreasing deductible. So in the first year, you have a $250 accident deductible. But by year 3, it's 0. Okay. The most important part of it is look at the rate. I don't know how it could get any cheaper. It's $5.33 for a $2,500 benefit per accident. You know, so for this young lady, I'm going to give her this accident benefit. It's $5,000 lump sum for $7.86 a month, and the rate never changes. Okay, and then we have higher amounts that would gap an Affordable Care Act plan. So if my customer has an $8,700 ACA plan, great, for $11. And let's just say they get a huge subsidy, right? The subsidy is going to help them with the premium, right? And the subsidy, if they buy a silver plan, they're going to get a cost share reduction. But no matter what cost sharing reduction you get, you still have an out of pocket. And at $11.60, easy to add, okay? But then the plan enhancer also has a sickness hospitalization rider. So now I could build a plan with the accident and the sickness, okay? And I go down further, we have the cancer, heart, and stroke rider. That's what this CHS stands for. So I could put this young lady, if I wanted to, in a $5,000 accident plus $5,000 cancer, heart, stroke, $17.66 a month. I don't know why, if you're not already doing this, I don't know why you wouldn't. All right. And you can see there's just all these options that just go on. It's almost too many options. All right. So we get past all these options and we get down to TrioMed. So TrioMed, the base plan, this guarantee issue, it's either $2,505 or $10,000 per accident with an equal amount of critical illness. Folks, if your customer breathes there and they got a credit card, they can have this. And we've got a significant amount of critical illness or guarantee issue plans that are available for your customers. So it's pretty easy. So that's TrioMed, that's Plan Enhancer, and that's also Accident Fixed Benefits. Sorry to make you dizzy. I got to get back to the top. We don't have critical illness in Florida, but I can just quickly tell you it's face amounts from $25,000 to $100,000, issued to age 59, and we pay out on diagnosis, not treatment. This is the life insurance I mentioned earlier. It's very low cost term. We underwrite right off the health questions. If they check them all no, we issue the coverage on the spot. And let's pretend that this young lady told me she's got children, unfunded college education. We're going to throw 50 grand in the cart for another 20 bucks a month. Florida does have cancer, heart, and stroke coverage. Mentioned earlier, it's these large face amounts. It is underwritten. These rates will never change, even though we reserve the right to. We've never changed the rates. So that's a quick overview, or maybe a longer overview of all of our under 65 plans. I know we're running up against the clock here, so I just wanted to do one more thing, which is just quick look at the senior and show you how easy it is, and then we'll take questions. Okay, so this is our senior quoting website. Yes, we do. If you haven't noticed, we have two separate websites, but it's easy to transition between them. If you're on the senior site and you want to go back to under 65, you would click this right here and it would take you back to the under 65. So for today, we're going to do West Virginia. The reason I'm using West Virginia is they have all of our discounts. So who knows, maybe maybe West Virginia is where you do some business. So female. So this female is about to turn 65. That would be considered open enrollment. Oops. For a med sup, for those of you who are in that market, we do allow any day effective dates, which is unusual. Sorry. Just want to take one more second here. Say no. And for whatever reason, we ask for height and weight. Okay, so as you can see, why is this not letting me scroll? Okay, so you can see Plan G. I like Plan G. So you can see Plan G is starting at $130. That would be called, I guess, what's called the rack rate. But if I click calculate discount, right, it's going to ask me a couple of questions here. Do you live with someone who's over age 50 who's not enrolling? So if I say yes, great, I got the 7% discount. I'm going to say, this would be if you wanted a 10% discount, I'll say no. And let's just say this person has an Apple Watch that they're willing to connect to our system. So they get the wearable device. And we'll just stick with monthly just so we can see the rate. So now all of a sudden, my $130 Plan G rate's now $115. Okay. And then if I want, I can do annual. Whoop. I could do annual, which knocks another 10% off the premium. So if you had a calculator and did the math, this is a very competitive Plan G rate. Okay. And again, it's live underwriting in the app, folks. It's instant ID card at the end of the app. It's easy verification, mother's maiden name. And for those of you in this market, in particular in West Virginia, we do sell a senior indemnity plan. Okay, so this would be good. Like, let's say some of you out there are Advantage plan sellers, because that's maybe you're in a state where that's popular. For those of you who are familiar with Advantage plans, it might be free to have the plan, but it's not free to use the plan. Most of the, or all of the Medicare Advantage plans have an associated out-of-pocket. So you may want to consider adding a senior indemnity product to help your customer achieve their out-of-pocket without dipping into their own pocket. And then in most other states, we have a senior dental vision hearing plan. I'm going to spend 1 second on this. Let me see, where is it? And then we're going to do questions. So this is the senior no waiting dental vision hearing plan. What's important to note is on the senior plan, we offer coverage for dentures and implants. And the annual maximum for the richest plan starts at $1,500, and in year 3, it jumps to $3,000. Okay, Phil, is there anybody who has questions about any of this?
Yeah, I don't know if you're able to look at the chat box in Zoom, Phil.
Holy
But
cow, all right.
It looks like
Okay.
we do have quite a few questions, actually.
All right.
If you want to start, it looks like at 2:11 p.m.
Okay,
Phil
got you.
asked the question starting with New Jersey. So I
Phil
figured,
Gotti. I know
Yep.
Phil Gotti. Phil, I hope you're doing well, sir. How many of these plans are available in New Jersey? Okay, Phil, the answer to your question is Medicare Supplements in New Jersey, and we have an accident plan, that accident fixed benefit. So we have 2 products for New Jersey. Okay, let's see. We have nothing, Lydia, I'm so sorry. We do not have any products for New York State. I hope you sell in other states, and there was some value here in this meeting. Okay, can you show the TrioMed screen again? So TrioMed is accident and critical illness. It doesn't have a hearing benefit, but maybe, Lori, maybe you meant Maybe you meant the hearing benefit for the dental vision hearing for seniors. So,
Correct.
okay, all right, hang on a second. Hearing, I'll just make a note. I'm going to get to that in a second. All right, let's see. We can't see the screen. All right, well, hopefully that got better. Let's see. If they have high blood pressure or cholesterol, are heart attacks covered? Okay, so that's a really good question. So, Lori, your question is really specific to short-term medical. So it's kind of a deep question. I have an answer for you, but you're going to have to look at this big, ugly wad of attachments in my computer here. Let me get to the right one. And then you can read this with your own eyes, Lori. Let's see. STM. Let's see, STM. HBP, then heart attack. All right, here's your answer, Lori. I thought you were going to stump me, but I dodged this one. Here it comes. Hold on. Okay, so if you could read here, Lori, this is your answer. Lori, I would also give you this advice. If you're unsure, if it's in a gray area, go ACA, and then you'll be able to sleep at night. All right, so hopefully that answered your question. Let me close this out. All right. The rest of those questions at chat. Okay, here we go. Sure. Does Cobra count as, okay, so Wanda, anything counts as prior coverage. So Wanda's question is specific to our short-term medical plan where we knock a few dollars off if your customer had prior coverage. Prior coverage is any type of health insurance in 9 out of the last 12 months. Anything counts. If your customer thinks they have health insurance, we'll accept it. We don't check for proof. So you're really just checking yes or no, and we provide the discount. The other thing that's important for prior coverage is that's one of the key factors in getting preferred rate. So hopefully that makes sense. Okay, Phil, what did you say about needing a root canal tomorrow? Okay, so we have 2 dental plans. We have Select Dental, which is no waiting period. So you could buy it today and you could use it tomorrow. Root canal is going to be a major service. So in the first year for major services on the Select Dental, we're going to reimburse the customer 25% up to the annual maximum, or up. We'll pay 25% up to the max of the policy, and then that rises in year 2. We have another dental plan called Select Copay. The Select Copay provides rate certainty. So you're either going to pay $50 for an inexpensive procedure or $250 for an expensive one. The Copay Dental does have a 6-month wait. So if your customer is willing to wait the 6 months, they get the ability to have dental certainty when they go to use the plan. Okay, access, cash or cataract surgery. That's a good question, Lori. Cataracts, without looking at all the exclusions, I'm going to guess, and I'm a pretty good guesser, we're probably going to exclude eye treatment. So the access plan is a gap plan on steroids, but doesn't cover 100% of everything. And I'll pull up a brochure, just a little grid, and you can take a look at it along with the hearing benefit. Okay, are any of these plans available in Maryland? Claudia, many of these plans are available. So we do offer accident there. We offer our indemnity dental. We offer short term, but it's a little convoluted because they can't have any prior coverage in the last 63 days. So it would really, it's almost like the product's not there. And we have Medicare Supplement in Maryland, and we are very competitive. So hopefully that answers your question. And then Lori's saying, I love the NatGen short term. Lori, I do too. All right. And thank you for your business, Lori. All right, so let's quickly, we're right at the 1 hour mark. Let's just look at that hearing benefit. So And let me take my screen full screen here. Make this a little easier on your eyes. It will not let me do that. No, it's not going to let me do it. All right, so let's look at the, what is that hearing benefit? Oop. I promise you we have one. I just got to find it. All right. I'll tell you what, I'll send it out to the group and I'll point out where it is for whatever reason. I just can't see it. And then I owe you folks an access brochure. Just bear with me a second. Let's see. So if you just click on the plan name in blue, it's going to pull up this benefit summary. And then here I do plan brochure. And it was a good question. You kind of caught me. It definitely doesn't pay cash for everything, but it does pay cash for what you see here. So this is our, just to refresh everybody, this is our limited benefit medical plan, value fundamentals enhanced and guarantee issue. But as you can see here, it pays for hospital admission, ICU, CCU, surgery. Remember I was saying, we don't play games with the surgical benefit. This is a flat amount across all these plans. Okay. You might be asking yourself, what's the difference between tier 1 and tier 2 surgery? It's simply an expensive surgery or an inexpensive surgery. There's an assistant surgeon benefit. There's an anesthesia benefit, which is pretty cool. It's unusual. And then there's office visits, preventive care, urgent care, lab, x-ray, emergency, and transitional care. So it will not gap 100% of everything, but it gaps a whole lot of stuff. All right. Any more questions, Phil? Where is the login for this? Oh wait, there's a couple more questions. Okay.
Yeah, a couple more popped up.
Okay. Is everything in Georgia and Alabama? Yes. Yes. 90% of everything I just mentioned is in both states. Both states are really good for MedSup, and we look good for short-term medical. And Kelly Smith, God bless you. Where is the login info for this? So I'll send it out to the group. Just bear with me 1 second so I make a list. How to log in. Yeah, so we are kind of an unusual company in so much as we have multiple websites and we're trying to consolidate them. So the easiest way to go in to all of our sites is to log into the agent back office. And again, I'm going to send Rob directions for those of you who are currently appointed. And then once I get in the agent back office and I click quote individual, this would take you directly to our under 65 site and automatically log you in. And it would do the same thing if you click quote senior. I don't think my link works because it's an all-encompassing link. But anyhow, this is how you get in. And again, I'll send it out to the group.
Awesome. Did you see Joyce's question?
What happens if someone needs eye surgery? Joyce, I'm not sure what product you're talking about, but if it's short-term medical, if they have an injury to their eye, that's going to be a covered charge. But if it's like something like cataracts, it would be excluded. It's definitely excluded under short-term medical. So I hope that answers your question. Phil?
Let's see here. I think that is everything. So it is getting close to our 1 hour mark. There's a couple things that we want to touch on before we can conclude our call today. First things first, Phil, great job, great presentation. I'm sure every single person here, I think we had about 65, 70 people at the height of our call. I'm sure every single person here saw a lot of value in how you can help people get quality insurance for an affordable cost. You can see how robust these benefits are. And so I'm sure that was accomplished today. So a couple things. First things first. I want to talk about something that everyone's probably buzzing right now in their head is commissions. What is your contract level? So here's how that's going to work, everybody. So pay attention because this is, you'll want to know this. Because of our partnership with National General, ACMG does have the highest commission schedules that are available. We have the top contracts, and we do offer contracts for all kinds of different levels. So whether you're an MGA, a GA, you're a senior agent, maybe you have a downline of 10 agents, 5 agents, 100 agents, doesn't matter. Whatever your situation is, we do have a contract that will mirror how your operation is set up. Okay. So if you're a GA, we have a GA contract for you. If you're an MGA, we have an MGA contract for you. If you're say you have enough people where you could be considered an FMO, well, we have levels that we can connect you with. So here's what you're going to do to find out the commission schedules. All you need to do is email us, and I'm going to put our email in the chat right now. Okay. It's agent. Give me a second. I was typing it out and it just went away on my chat. Hang tight here. Our email is agentservices@acmgsales.com. So sorry, each time the screen changes on Zoom, it kicks me out of my chat. Hold on one second. Okay, there we go. Agentservices@acmgsales.com. Okay, folks, I just threw it in there. You'll see our email, agentservices@acmgsales.com. So if you want to learn and figure out where your commission schedule is, send us an email today, right now, please. We'll send you contracting. We'll send you the commission schedules per product that Phil went over today. So everything, the dental, you'll see all of the ancillary products, the health insurance. You'll see what commissions is per product. So if you wanted to find out what that is, just send us an email. Also want to let you know we did record this today. So if you want to review this recording, you can go to our YouTube channel. On YouTube, you can watch this recording when we upload it a little bit later. So that's all that I had here. So it looks like we've answered all the questions. So Phil, any final thoughts that you'd like to share with our group before we conclude the call?
Well, I just want to say thanks to you, Rob and Brenda, and the rest of your team. Thanks everybody for being here. If you're new to Medicare, if you believe me when I told you it's easier than walking across the street and you want to get involved in it and you want to stop working so hard, give one of us a call and we'll teach you how to do it. And if it's an under 65 product and you have questions, you have more questions to feel comfortable, please reach out, give me a holler. I will hold your hand. I will take as much time as you need to be comfortable, and just God bless everybody. Thanks for being here today. We appreciate you.
Awesome. Thank you, Phil. Well, you have an awesome day, everybody. It is Thursday, so it's almost Friday. TGIF, we're just right around the corner here. So hang in there, work hard, finish hard, sell as many policies as you possibly can before you enjoy your weekend. Everybody take care. It was an honor having you on the call today. We'll see you all next time.
Bye now.